It's Championship Friday at the Castle as two of the best running backs in the area face off as Highland's Dane Nauman looks to send his squad to the MOAC on a high note, while Northmor's Max Lauer aims to help his squad make history. It's Northmor hosting Highland, and it's coming your way next.
Man, what should I listen to on the OH Report today?
Dude, listen to the Friday Night Pigskin. You got highlights and scores from all around the area.
The OH Report podcast has more than just football.
No, listen to the Pigskin. The Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin. Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin.
Why not
Podcast.
both?
Pigskin.
Podcast. Podcast.
Dude, clean your ears out, man.
Bro, there's so much space in here.
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Castle for the KMAC Championship between the Northmor Golden Knights and the Highland Fighting Scots. Travis Berardi alongside Andy Jardy. This is what you play for.
Yeah, this is absolutely what you play for. I am so excited to be here at the Castle tonight with you, Travis. I know how much you love coming here. You've been so excited for this game, and rightfully so. This is going to be a lot of fun tonight between two teams looking to win a championship.
Yeah, the senior night had us backed up a little bit, but we're ready to go now.
We are ready to go.
Caleb Chenier ready to kick things off. And we are underway from the Castle. Ball's taken at the 15, across the 20, and up to the 27-yard line. And that is where the Fighting Scots will start. First down and 10. And Andy, this is what the Scots are playing for right now.
Yeah.
A home playoff game. They're sitting 10th in their Division 4 Region 15 KMAC Championship one final time before going to the MOAC, and the person that could lead him there, Dane Nauman, 1,975 yards and 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, he'll probably get over 2,000 for the season here tonight. Just needs 25 yards to get to that. It's going to be a big ground game tonight between these two teams. Whichever team can make the most stops up front, probably going to come away with the KMAC championship.
And there is Nauman off the right side. Doesn't get a lot of yardage off of that, maybe 1 or 2 yards. That'll bring up second down, but, you know, for Highland, he's that big play capability type of player where, you know, he can get a couple yards out of one play, but then he can break it open afterwards.
Yeah, 20 touchdowns on the season. 9 of them have been for 50 yards or more, so he's got big play capability.
Merkling fires left, caught by Jay Melicory. Another short game, though, is a nice open field tackle by Trenton Ramos. Makes it third down and about 5.
Yeah, short little pass play there. Makes it third and manageable here. Scott's going quick.
Merkling hands it off to Nauman, and he slips. He falls. And that's going to bring up fourth down, and the Golden Knights hold on and force a fourth down.
Big start there for this Golden Knight defense. And we had some rain here earlier before the game started, roughly around like 6 o'clock, had some sprinkling. And the field might be a little slippery out there as you saw him go down in the backfield.
We'll see what kind of adjustments they make in that series.
Eli Grandstaff on to punt the football away for
Eli Grandstaff to punt. Gets it away. Ramos won't take it. It takes a Northmor bounce, and they are going to start 1st and 10. As the Golden Knights come out. This was the scene at about 5 o'clock. Highland making the half-hour trip across I-71. You know, getting here. As they get the lay of the land, Northmor is going over one final walkthrough, as they always do, as they look to make history, their first conference championship in 39 years, and we'll bring that up here in a moment after this play. Max Lauer and Nico Cristo, both backs behind. Lauer takes the handoff up the middle, fights his way up to the 40-yard line, give him 5 yards, bring up 2nd down and 5, and this is what the Golden Knights play for, their first conference championship in 39 years. Right now they sit in 4th in Division 6 Region 23, so possibly 2 playoff home games, led by Max Lauer, 1,186 yards, 13 touchdowns. So this is going to be a battle of the two of the top 4 running backs in the area.
Yeah, time of possession will be a big factor in who wins this game tonight. Whoever holds on to the ball longer, probably going to be the more successful team tonight.
Hand off to Cristo, and he's going to maybe get a yard. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 4 for the Golden Knights. So early on, both defensive lines have really held.
Yeah, you're seeing both teams now have had a 3rd down and about 5 on their opening drive here. Northmor got the stop on their defensive series. We'll see if the Fighting Scots have one here.
3rd down and 5. Make it 4.
working with that T formation, quarterback under center, fullback behind the quarterback, and then the tailback next to the fullback to his left.
It's going to be a handoff. Lauer breaks through the line, got a 1st down, cuts back across the 50, has a blocker, 45, down to the 40. Golden Knights with the 1st down.
Max Lauer, who else? When you need the big play, who else are you going to go to? Max Lauer makes a man miss. Has a little bit of the afterburner speed there. Nice gain, and it keeps the drive alive for Northmor.
1st down and 10. Golden Knights now in Highland territory.
20-yard run for Lauer there. 2 carries, 25 yards here on this opening drive.
Northmor and Highland. Cortez changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll go under center.
Play clock ran out there. Northmor will have to take a timeout.
So the Golden Knights taking a timeout here with 8:36 left after a big Max Lauer 1st down run has them into Highland territory. The Golden Knights forcing a 3 and out, holding Dane Nauman to only a couple yards rushing. He did slip up on that 3rd down. Maybe could have had enough to get the 1st down, had a bit of a hole, but he slips up. Northmor takes the opportunity. They get in a 3rd and about 4, and Max Lauer showing right now he wants to be the best running back out there.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw him on that big 20-yard run there to convert that 1st down. And we were in the Northmor locker room before the game, Travis. This team was very loose. I think they've erased the memory of last week's loss, and they're ready to just come out here tonight, get a win, and get themselves a KMAC championship.
So the Golden Knights out of the timeout. 1st down and 10 from the 41 of Highland. Cristo, Lauer in the backfield. It's going to be a flip to Lauer. Across the 40, has a bit of a hole, cuts back. It's down to the 35-yard line. Give him about 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Once again, Lauer just picking up big chunks of yardage now. 3rd carry, at least each carry has gone for at least 5 yards. That one goes for 6. You're seeing why he is so tough to bring down, Travis, with that size. He's got the moves on the outside.
2nd down and 4. Handoff. Lauer again, cuts up, maybe gets a yard. He's going to be taken down by Dane Nauman. And he'll bring up 3rd down and maybe a long 3, so he got 1 yard out of it.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to bring him down for a loss.
7:46 left here, opening quarter. Golden Knights on its first possession, looking for its first conference championship in 39 years. It was 1982 the last time they won a conference title. Lauer cuts out to the left side, fights his way to the line to gain. Did he get it? We'll see. Referees.
Yeah, he's right about where he needed to get. Tough to tell from the angle we're at right now.
Refs looking to mark it down. I think they're saying he was short. They're going to take a look. And yes, it is going to be a first down for the Golden Knights. They finally move the sticks. So Golden Knights 1st and 10 now from the Highland 31.
And Travis, it's going to be so important to get out on top early in this game too. Both these teams not really built to come back. They're run-oriented teams. Whoever can build that lead early.
Cortez going to pass this time, rolling off to the right. He's getting rushed. Gets out of the way, gets across the 30, so he actually gets a couple yards out of it. So we take a look at the hot shot secret replay.
Yeah,
Gets outside, gets to about the 29, 28-yard line there, so he does get a couple. Bring up 2nd down and 8, something out of nothing.
Yeah, good pressure by the Fighting Scots there, but an even better job by Cortez to just escape the pocket and pick up a couple yards there.
2nd down and 8. Handoff, Lauer again, has a hole, gets across the 20, 15, taken down inside the 15. Another Golden Knight first down, and they're moving, Andy.
Yeah, they just do not have an answer right now for Lauer, just attacking the hole with vengeance, Travis. Breaks a couple tackles, and then he gets all the way down inside the 15, right at the 13. Just your 16-yard run there from Max Lauer.
1st down and 10, Golden Knights from the 13. And we're going to get movement up front.
I have a feeling this is going to be an offsides penalty, it looks like, on Highland as basically everybody on the defense jumped before the ball was snapped.
And they're moving up 5, so that's encroachment on Highland.
5 yards, that is indeed the call.
Big break there for the Golden Knights.
Now we'll take the ball from the 13-yard line to the 8-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 5 for Northmor.
So to set up 1st and 5 now from the 8-yard line. They can get another first down inside
The Fighting Scots, but Northmor is knocking on the door.
the 3. Handoff, Lauer cuts back into the line of scrimmage, fights his way down, maybe gets a yard or 2 out of it. We'll see where he's marked down at. It'll be 2nd down and short.
Yeah, good job by Highland there that time. Just nowhere for Lauer to get through that line of scrimmage. First time we've seen him really not get anywhere.
Gets a yard out of it, so it'll be 2nd down and 4 from the 7.
2nd and 4, Cortez.
Cortez fakes the handoff, throws it into the end zone, almost intercepted. And that's the problem that Cortez had last week. He threw one into the end zone, got picked off by Centerburg, led to a long Tyler Johnson run that ended up being the difference in that game against Centerburg. Almost picked off. Great defense there by Jay Melicory. And that brings up 3rd down now and 4 from the 7. Like I said, they can still get a first down inside the 3-yard line. Got to think you got to give this to Max Lauer.
Yeah, I think this is 2 handoffs to Max Lauer.
Third and 4. There's the handoff to Lauer. And he's swarmed in the backfield. Big stop by Highland. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Just nowhere for him to go. Great pressure up front. Able to bring him down. Turner Harmon getting in there, causing all sorts of problems.
And the Golden Knights are going to attempt a field goal here. That's Caleb Chenier. A 24-yarder here from the right hash. Snap down, kick is up, and it is wide right, no good.
A huge stand by the Fighting Scots defense, Travis. Bend but don't break kind of mentality right there. I mean, Northmor was just running it down their throat. Looked like they were destined to get into the end zone, but that kick, no good, and no points on the board.
It had the distance, it just stayed right. He was on that right hash. I know sometimes it's tough to kick across your body, and he wasn't able to get the angle. And the Fighting Scots fight off points.
They do. You're proud of that one, aren't you?
The first of many, my friend.
The first of many. It's trouble when you and I are on a call together. So we'll see now. Scott's getting the momentum back here. What can they do with that?
Hand off to Nauman. Gets a nice gain out of that. The first of what we think will probably be many tonight. Bring up second down. As he is approaching that 2,000-yard mark. He only needed 25 coming into here.
Yeah, he's got 4 yards on the night now. 3 carries and 4 yards.
4-yard game. Second down and 6. Another handoff, but this time the Golden Knight defense is there. And Andy, I was at their practice, the Golden Knights practice on Wednesday, and the big key for them was staying in your lanes because Highland, they run some misdirection. They give it to Nauman and let him hit the hole. If you're not playing in the lane that you're supposed to be at and he gets through the hole, he could be gone because he is a very athletic running back.
Yeah, he really is. And I know I mentioned it earlier, but 9 of his 20 touchdowns this year have been 50 yards or more. So he can score quickly and just from about anywhere on the field.
It's going to be a throw down the sideline, and it is overthrown, incomplete. And that'll bring a 4th down, and the Golden Knight defense holds.
Yeah, and that's big too because, you know, their offense was driving, couldn't get any points, didn't hang their heads, got the quick 3 and out, and now they're going to put their offense back out there that's hungry to make amends for not coming away with any points on that opening drive.
So in a game where we thought it was going to be all running backs, it's only – I mean, Northmor did have a little bit of momentum going there, but both defenses really stepping up to the task right now.
Yeah, and so far Northmor is winning that battle up front, and this is going to be a game that's won in the trenches, and so far they've been able to contain Nauman better than Highland has been able to contain Lauer.
Grandstaff gets it off. It'll take a bounce out of bounds, and once again, Trenton Ramos did not have a chance to return that. Just across midfield, that'll start the Golden Knights at their should be 45-yard line, 45, 46. Referees will mark it down at the 45, and that's where they'll start first down and 10. So Max Lauer had a little bit of running room there, but like you said earlier, bend but not break for Highland. And right now it's field position game. Can Highland now get a stop and get the ball back, or can Northmor once again drive down the field? First and 10, Golden Knights from their 45. Lauer lone back, gives it to him, tries to get to the line of scrimmage, and that's all he's going to get as once again that defensive line from Highland able to penetrate and get the tackle.
Yeah, they've been able to win the last couple of plays up front. I mean, Lauer was all over him on the first couple of carries of that drive, but they've been able to contain him since he broke off that big 16-yard run that put him in the red zone.
Second down and long for the Golden Knights.
Lauer's last 2 carries, 0 yards.
2 wide to the left, 1 to the right for Cortez. And it's a little bit of a running screen pass, and it is off the hands of Ramos. And they'll bring up 3rd down. So Cortez, he started running there, threw it off, and I think that might have thrown off Ramos just a little bit.
Yeah,
he's unable to make the catch.
Not sure if that was the design for that play right there, or if he caught his receiver off guard a little bit. But pass was just a little too hot to handle there.
So 3rd down and 10 for the Golden Knights. Still at their 45. Cortez gets the snap. He's going to roll out right, looking to pass. Has a man open and underthrows Griffin Workman. 4th down, so once again, Highland's defense stops. Can the Golden Knights get a good kickoff here on the punt and play field position some more? Or can we see a nice return by Highland to really change things as of late?
You love the chess match that this game presents because these are 2 teams that are very similar in nature. They're going to run the football. They don't have much of a passing game. And you're seeing now they're going to have to play field position until one of these teams can figure out a way to put some points on the board.
Snap back, big kick by Gavin Miller, and it's going to take a Northmor bounce, go out of bounds around the 20. So Highland will now take over 1st and 10 back at their own we'll see where they mark it off.
Highland and Northmor scoreless. Well, partner, what do you think of how this game has progressed so far?
The referee still, he's sticking the hand up. He's starting to walk back now. 14. Oh, they're going to mark it off at the 14-yard line, so it took a nice bounce for him. Stayed in bounds and then finally went out. So one referee had it marked at the 25. The other one, the side judge at least, marks it at the 14. So Northmor gets a bit of a break there.
Absolutely they do. So, yeah, I was a little confused there too. The ball was at the 25, and now we're back inside the 14. So that rolled all the way down inside the 15. Tough spot to start if you're Highland.
Handoff. Nauman again gets to the 20-yard line, so he'll get 6 out of that. A good first down run by him sets up second and short for the Fighting Scots. And that's what you're used to seeing from Dane Nauman, getting those big yardages on first and second down to set up a manageable third or fourth down.
Yeah, he just ran right up there, lowered the shoulder, picked up the yards. His best run of the night so far.
Second down and short. It's going to be a pitch out to Nauman. He has a bit of a hole, gets up to the 25. They're going to get him up to the 27-yard line, and that's going to be Highland's first down of the game, and getting some momentum here, Andy.
Yeah, they are starting to get a little bit of that momentum. Starting to pick up bigger chunks of yardage on the ground. Last 2 runs, a 7-yard run and then a 6-yard run. They're starting to get that push up front that they didn't get those first 2 drives.
First down. It's going to be a play action left side. As a man open, got him across the 50, 45, down to the 40. Can he break a tackle? Almost does. It gets to the 33-yard line. Big gainer there by Leighton Schaefer. And the Scots are in business.
They are in business, and these teams can pass. It's going to be who can make more successful passes when they need to. You just picked up a first down. I love the play call to go play action there. Take a shot, and it works out big for the Fighting Scots.
So Merkling gets the big play for Highland. We were thinking it was going to come from Nauman, but Merkling strikes first. Now there is Nauman off the right side. But Gavin Miller is there after a couple yards. That'll bring up second down, but Highland switching field positions at least as they're driving.
Yeah, they are, and a big play like that will do that for you.
Only a gain of 1 for him. Second down and 9 from the Northmor 30 as we come up on 1:50 remaining here in the opening quarter. Handoff again, Nauman tries to cut left side, tries to spin, but he goes backwards. Don't think he's going to get any yards out of that. So once again, Northmor swarming him, not allowing him to go up the middle, trying to get – they're forcing him to break out to the outside, and those DNs, the corners, are right there to stop him.
Well, now you get Northmor now with a chance to bend but not break as they force this third down and long here after they 51-yard completion. Flip the field on him a bit here, but big chance here on third down.
Coming up on a minute left. It's going to be another pass. Merkling going for the end zone, and it is caught! Touchdown, Highland! What a play by Melchiori.
Yeah, just a jump ball, Travis.
Just a little bit.
And Melchiori comes down with the big-time catch for the first points of the game.
Just a jump ball there.
A beautiful throw.
Using his height. Extra point is up, and it is good. And with 1 minute exactly left here in the opening quarter, Highland takes the 7-0 lead.
Fourth touchdown catch on the year for Jay Melchiori. And just a beautiful throw. Rolling out, airing it out. And there in the corner of the end zone. Coming down with it was Melchiori, up against Cortez too. And that's big, Travis. It looked like, Northmor had the momentum in this first quarter here, and then Highland able to get some stops, flipped the field on a punt, got a huge completion that set up this drive, a 51-yard completion, and then a 30-yard touchdown pass to make it 7-0.
So Highland strikes first.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Cooper Merkling taking over with the big plays, a big throw inside. In that first completion, he threw that in between 6 defenders, 6 defensive backs from Northmor, threaded the needle, got the big play there, and then it set up his big play to the right to Melchiori, who just, Cortez was there to make the play, but his height, caught the ball at the height of his jump, and they get the touchdown.
Because right now, the running backs are having a problem gaining their footing on this turn.
I'll tell you what, Merkling played a big role, obviously, with a couple of nice passes, obviously the touchdown reception by Melchiori.
So we'll see if the Golden Knights can get an answer here with 1 minute left in the quarter. Highland with the big play to lead 7-0. Like we said in the open, this is Highland's final game in the KMAC. Before moving to the MOAC, Highland, the highest rated team division-wise. They're D4, everybody else a D6 or a D7. So they'll be in with teams like Shelby, Clear Fork, who are in their division. Hunter Falk gets up to about the 30-yard line. Northmor will start 1st and 10 from their 20. They'll actually give him the 27-yard line. That'll bring it 1st and 10 for the Golden Knights. Looking for an answer, but they've done this before. We saw earlier the South Central game, week 2. South Central get a couple big plays. Northmor immediately comes down and answers, and that's what they need to do tonight. They can't afford a big deficit to this Highland squad, because if they get the big lead, they can then just feed it to Nom and run that clock.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why this is a big drive here for Northmor early in the game. Try and answer that touchdown drive, and
Cortez on a keeper falls ahead across the 30 to the 31. Give him 2 yards. I'll bring up 2nd down and 8 as we go under 45 seconds left here in the first quarter. I want to welcome everybody watching in on Facebook and YouTube. Live and free as always.
And for the second quarter, I wouldn't totally abandon what we're actually starting to see.
A lot of you watching this KMAC championship game tonight. Also, East Knox fans watching this, because if East Knox can get a victory over Danville in the Devil Dog game, Cortez hands off to Max Lauer. He gets up to about the 35, so positive yards there. I'll bring up 3rd down and maybe 4 as we end the first quarter. But if East Knox wins, they get at least a share with whoever wins this one. But we'll talk more about that in the second quarter as we are done with 1 quarter of play. Your score after 1, Highland 7, Northmor 0. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
Back at the Castle, end of 1, 7-0. Highland on the Melchiori touchdown reception. Third and 4, handoff Lauer, or Nico Christo. Ball's on the ground. And the Fighting Scots pick it up. A big momentum shift as we take a look again. Swarming him, and he just let go of the ball. Falls backwards, and Highland takes over. And this is not the start you want if you're Northmor.
Not at all. And it was hard to see who came in there to knock that ball loose, but an excellent job by Highland. And now they are rolling, Travis. A big opportunity here to really put the pressure on Northmor if they find the end zone.
But we've seen the Golden Knights have been able to contain Nauman thus far. It's just the passing game that's really surprised them.
Yeah, they really have done a nice job stopping the run, but...
And now we have a flag on the play. And we're going to get false start against Highland, so break there for the Golden Knights. That'll back Highland up 5. It'll bring up 1st and 15. Now for the Fighting Scots. Back them up to the Northmor 38-yard line. Travis Berardi alongside Andy Jardy in this KMAC championship game.
The KMAC
KMAC
living up to the hype.
And you know what? Finally, we have football weather. It took 10 weeks, but we finally have it. Weather right now, 46 degrees, partly cloudy.
Flea flicker.
Flea flicker. Merkling looking, just throws it, and it's caught. Mason Duncan somehow gets the catch. Scrambling out on the flea flicker. Northmor is there to take away the big play, but Duncan comes back, gets about 10 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 5. So something out of nothing there. Looked like it was a broken play. Multiple Golden Knights going on Merkling. He's able to go off to his left and make the play.
I thought that was Patrick Mahomes for a second, the way he just kind of flipped that ball out there for a big gain.
Nauman working his way towards the 1st down, and he does. 5 yards needed, gets the 5, and it'll be 1st and 10. Fighting Scots here with 11:33 left in the half.
How about Cooper Merkling tonight, Travis? 4 of 5 throwing the ball. Not something we expected to see.
Yeah, this is a team behind Nauman, who's about to the 2,000-yard mark, and he gets outside and gets another big chunk, and I think he's getting close to that 25-yard mark, but we have a flag in the backfield where you'll usually see holding.
Between Northmor and Highland, as a couple players are pushing and shoving down there on the field.
Tough break for Highland if this is a hold, but we'll wait and see what the referees say. 2 passes really changed the momentum of things, and it is going to be a hold on Highland, but Northmor had most of the momentum here, most of that first quarter. They were running the ball decently. They were getting stops, but then Cooper Merkling comes on, makes a couple big throws, and now the momentum's on Highland's side.
Yeah, and it all started, too, flipping the field and then getting Northmor to have to punt it away, and then they set up with those nice big pass plays.
Fakes the flip. Merkling getting blitzed on, overthrows the defender. They'll bring up 2nd down. And there is a flag on the play.
Got to think it would be a roughing the passer, if anything, with where that was thrown.
And, yep, personal foul. They're going to get Andrew Armros.
For the time being, still waiting for the official call.
Let's see if we can get a look on the replay.
There's a flag down near midfield.
Let's take a look at the replay, see if we can get it.
It's on the offense.
Oh, they're going to call it on the offense. Because I was looking at the play. It looked like Armros went off to the left side, so I don't know if something was said or anything like that, but that backs up Highland 15 more yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 35, and that was after the play, so the play counts. The down counts.
Already the 4th penalty now on Highland for 35 yards, so penalties becoming an issue now. This backs them up to midfield, 2nd and 35.
Fakes the handoff. Looking right, and it is nice catch. Almost intercepted, but Duncan once again makes the catch. Gets a little bit of yardage. And that'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, you're right. That almost did end up being an interception.
Gain of about 2. So it'll bring up 3rd down and Mount Vernon.
Yeah, you don't have too many. Although, I don't know. They've thrown all sorts of trick plays at us here tonight, the Highland Scots. And they kind of joked about it pregame. They were going to run some trickery, and it's turning out that that was true. They were not bluffing.
Well, Andy, it's the last game of the year. Can't hold anything back now.
You were waiting. I was going to let you do that one.
I was letting you do
it.
Oh, no. Hey.
I saw the smile in your eyes that you wanted to do it.
Merkling rolling off left, looking to throw. He's going to go deep, and it is going to be over the head. Almost intercepted by Trenton Ramos, but it falls to the ground. And another flag on the play.
We'll see what this one's all about, but it's...
Now, if it's a personal foul, it does not automatically give you a 1st down. It would move them up, so it'd still bring up a 4th and about a 3rd down at about 11 or 16, I mean.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in high school, you get the yardage, but you don't get an automatic 1st down most of the time. But, yeah, we've seen a little bit of chippiness here between these two teams. These two teams, natural rivals. That's why we play them in Week 10. 3 years ago, Highland, undefeated with Northmor, knocked off Northmor 38-20 in a rainstorm to secure.
And it's a block below the waist. So Northmor will decline that, rightfully so, to make it 4th and 31. So.
I don't know what's going on anymore, Andy. You're thinking it's one on somebody, if it's on the other team, but turns out to be against Highland again. Penalty declined. They're going to punt it away. But anyway, Northmor, big break here. They'll get the ball back down 7-0. But 3 years ago, 38-20 in a rainstorm, Highland took the KMAC championship, their last KMAC championship, and kept Northmor off the board. They then had an undefeated record going into the middle of the season, lost to East Knox. That was their lone loss. East Knox went undefeated, got the KMAC championship. And then last year, a down year for Northmor, really wasn't in it at all. But Northmor had 2 of the last 3 years had a really good shot at the KMAC championship. Then you come to this year, tough loss last week against Centerburg, but East Knox helps them out. They still have a chance here in week number 10.
Ty Stover's bunch trying to spoil the party here on senior night, too, especially. Last chance these two teams will probably play each other, regularly with them switching conferences next year.
Big punt, going to take a bounce, and Ramos going to field it at the 8 and get up to about the 11 or 12-yard line. Really nothing he could do with that. It was coming right at him. There was a defender coming at him as well, might be able to down that, so he makes, I'd say that's a smart play, fielding it and getting some yardage out of it.
He was kind of stuck in a no-man's land right there, too, where that was maybe going to bounce into the end zone, but there was a defender that might have gotten to it. You just kind of pick that up and take your hits there.
So 1st down and 10 now for the Golden Knights, and they're going to have to get to work here. Trailing 7-0, still only down 7. A lot of time left in the second, but they need to get some momentum back.
It feels like it's a bigger deficit than 7-0.
Cortez fakes the handoff. He's going to throw left. Complete to Ramos, and he gets across the 20. Trenton Ramos gets a good, I'd say, 11, 12 yards on the play, and that's a 1st down for the Golden Knights. So it gives them room now to run the ball. They're outside of the black zone, I would say. Not the red zone, but the black zone,
First completion of the night, too, for Cortez. 1 of 4, 12 yards now.
And that's good for him as well. Gets a couple completions going here. That might open some things up for Max Lauer and company. 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left for the Golden Knights. Max Lauer sidecar left. And it's going to be a handoff. Lauer tries to cut up, but he was hit immediately by Nauman. Spins ahead, maybe gets a yard. We'll see, maybe not. Actually hit in the backfield by Nauman, so that's going to be a loss of 1. Bring up 2nd down and long.
A little running back on running back action right there.
You'd
love to see that.
Times as well.
Yep.
Both running backs, linebackers as well, and both athletic enough to get into the backfield.
That was actually a loss of 1 on the previous play, so now it's 2nd and 11 for Northmor.
2nd down and 11 for the Golden Knights.
3-yard line. Cortez in the shotgun. 3 wide receiver set.
Lauer's going to go left side this time, and nothing doing there. So he's going to go backwards even more.
So since that 16-yard run by Lauer, his carries, 1 yard, no gain, loss of 1. And that play right there, a gain of 1? Or did he lose another yard?
Another yard.
So another negative play. So they have made the adjustment to stop him.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 12 now. And you got to think, Golden Knights got to go to the air. Empty set now, 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right for Marcus Cortez. And it's going to be a designed run for him. Tries to get outside. He does for the moment and gets to the 25, but only 3 yards on the gain. That'll bring a 4th down in a punting situation for the Golden Knights. Nice job by Highland to stop the run.
Yeah, it really was. And Cortez was going to keep that one all the way. Designed run. He just had nowhere to go. Picked up 3, but that was it. And Highland they're hitting hard right now, Travis. You can see it. They've got a little extra pep in their step.
So the Golden Knights now will punt. Miller back at his own 10. Gets the snap, boots it away. It's a bit of a liner, but it's going to be taken at the 45 and immediately hit and taken down at the 49-yard line. That was Melicory. So once again, field position. Highland will start at midfield.
Good field position to start. Chance to make this a 2-possession game. We've seen Northmor struggle a little bit in the passing game tonight. Cortez did make his first completion on that last drive, and maybe he just needs to see 1 completion before they start to pile up. But right now, Highland out here throwing the punches.
Quick pass right side, complete. He has some yards. Hits across the 40, down inside the 40-yard line. Once again, Mason Duncan getting a big chunk out of that one. Gets taken out at the 37-yard line. 1st down, Highland. Score from Danville. East Knox 14, Danville 7, just starting the 2nd quarter. So Devil Dog right now, East Knox with a 7-point lead. If they win, they get a share of the KMAC championship.
Don't you just love Week 10 and all the storylines that go into
itself out, yeah. Handoff, Nauman tries cutting back and will get maybe a couple yards out of it. Give him, say, 3 yards, brings up 2nd down and 7. Make sure to stick around for the J&F Construction halftime show. We'll have the halftime band show, as well as some halftime statistics and breakdown, and we'll try and get you some scores from around the area. A lot to play for tonight, not only in the KMAC, but in the other conferences around here as well. So stay tuned for the J&F Construction halftime. Quick hitter left side, Duncan once again. He's going to be hit at the 30-yard line, spin ahead, and it'll bring up 3rd down and short for the Fighting Scots.
And these are just high percentage throws right now that Merkling is throwing. And they're picking up the yardage, and they're really just clicking. The running game hasn't exactly been there, but they've been able to make the adjustments, and these short little passes, picking up a couple yards here and there, and they've got themselves a 3rd and manageable.
3rd and 3, yeah, I think this is 4-down territory, the position that they're at, inside the 30-yard line. Can Nauman get the yardage? And, he's the man to give it to right now.
Also, just with the way the momentum is going.
And he does get the 1st down, and Moore gets across the 20. It'll be another 1st down. Down to the 19 as you take a look at the Hot Shot secret replay. And he's starting to get going here. He's not getting the big 20, 30-yard gains, but he's getting 6, 7, 8 yards at a time.
Yeah, his last 3 carries, 5, 3, and 5. He was bottled up from most of this first half, but he is starting to pick up bigger chunks.
Handoff Nauman again, and he is going to be taken down. Nice open field tackle by Nico Cristo. Good job. Does get a couple yards out of it. Give him maybe 2 to bring up 2nd and 8, but that could have been a lot more if it wasn't for Cristo.
Great play by Nico Cristo. Senior linebacker. Won't be the final home game for these kids, but they definitely want to go out on their home turf, winning a KMAC championship.
Both teams have locked up a playoff spot. It's now who gets the playoff games. Northmor locks up 1. If they get a win, they could get 2. Highland with a win could possibly jump into the top 8 as well. Merkling looking for the end zone again, and it is. Oh my goodness, what a catch! OBJ-esque by Malacori.
Travis, I'm speechless. I'm just standing here with picking my jaw up off the floor.
Good grief, that might be a play of the year candidate as we take a look on the replay.
Are you kidding me? I mean, what? I mean, that is unbelievable.
We saw J-Mel Fiore basically
wow.
in the end zone earlier in this game.
Extra point kick is up, and it is good.
I mean, we're just going to have to play that on a loop.
Oh boy.
What an unbelievable pitch and catch. The second touchdown.
He was wide as well. It took Cortez a little bit of time to get over there.
I mean, that is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Melchiori, his second touchdown of the night.
I am speechless, and that doesn't happen a lot, Andy.
It is very, I can confirm, that is very rare that you don't have the words.
He is making big plays here. Big man plays, I would say. Like, that's Melchiori. Whew.
Yeah, he's got 3 catches tonight, 2 of them going for touchdowns. That incredible one-handed catch.
That counts for more than just one.
It should.
And now for the Golden Knights, they get the kick for the second half, but they have 5:21. They need to get on the board here before the break.
This is gut check time right now. They've got to regroup from, I mean, this Highland, we're on the Highland sideline. It is fired up right now, and rightfully so after that kind of touchdown, but they are feeling it right now. So this is, I mean, Northmor has got to come away with some points here.
Ramos gets it at the 15, gets to the 20, can get to the outside 25. He's going to be taken down across the 30, so a decent starting position for the Golden Knights here with 5:13 left in the half.
And you don't need to obviously abandon the running game or anything like that.
No, plenty of time. We're still in the first half, only down 14-0, and they can if Max Lauer can get back on his game and break a couple like he's seen to do in the last 9 weeks, they'll be fine. They just need to get that big play. They can't be behind the sticks here on first and second down.
Yeah, so I'd keep giving it to him. Cortez just 1 of 4 for 12 yards, so the passing game hasn't quite been there.
Handoff, Lauer gets a hole, gets across the 35 to the 36, and there's a good first down run by Max Lauer.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need.
And you got to think this offensive line now, getting tested early on, this is a gut check for them. Can they respond? Can they get a good push to allow Lauer, Cortez, Cristo to get some positive yardage? Handoff again to Lauer. Hit and runs a man over and gets towards the first down. And I've seen that multiple times by Max Lauer this season. Gets close to the 6, going to bring up 3rd down and 1. But just watch this replay, Andy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he
boom,
truck stick and everything right there. Gets close to the first down. But that's taking out some frustration right there if you're Max Lauer.
Big 3rd down, though. 3rd and 1. Handoff Lauer, and he's not going to get it.
Yeah, it looked like some confusion in the backfield. Just kind of a bit of a mess. A couple of players got to the same spot and just nowhere to go.
He is going to be really close to this.
He's short.
4th and about 2 feet. And we'll see if Cortez just keeps it and runs ahead. Trying to get him off sides. Play clock at 15. They still have a lot of time here on the play clock. Looking at the wristband. Almost gets him to jump again. And now Northmor is going to call a timeout. So despite this being 3:35 left in the half, this could be a big, big play.
Yeah, you don't want to throw out play of the game just yet, but I tell you what, if you don't pick this up and Highland puts points on the board again, you are suddenly staring at a deficit that might be too much to overcome with the style of offense that you have. They're not built to air it out and come back from a deficit of 20 points. So this is...
I would think Max Lauer's taking snaps out of the shotgun. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he takes snaps out of under center, but he would be the guy to do it.
Right.
You get him underneath, just get him to push the 3 feet. Maybe you get it there, but I don't know if he's taking snaps under center. He does play out of the Wildcat, but I wouldn't do the Wildcat right now. I'd just try and go straight up, get the push.
Well, it looks like they're going to keep Cortez under center.
4th down and maybe a foot. Cortez, and we got a false start against Northmor, and that's going to change everything.
Yep, and now you're punting this football away. First penalty by Northmor, and it couldn't come at a worse time.
Take a look and see.
Tough to tell.
I don't know where that came from. Maybe it was Christos starting a second too early. Nonetheless, they're going to get the punt team out here, and Northmor killed by its first penalty of the night.
Yeah, that really, it might not be the worst thing, though, because you're going to punt this football away. Hopefully you get a stop if you're Northmor, and you get yourself a chance. Maybe they don't pick up that first down. And it's blocked. So it really doesn't matter. It is all going Highland's way right now, Travis.
So things keep getting worse for the Golden Knights. You take a look at the replay one more time. Who is that
Landon
gets in there?
Pedigo is who's going to be the one that gets in there and gets a hand on it.
Pedigo with the block.
Pedigo, excuse me.
Anyway, there was an up back here that just let him go by.
Yeah. That's Dane Nauman you're seeing right there.
But momentum completely on the side of the Highland Fighting Scots right now. 37 yards away from really breaking this game open.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like you probably take another shot here if you're really feeling it.
Golden Knights jump off sides.
Yeah, and it cannot get to halftime soon enough for Northmor. They are frustrated. You're seeing a very, very animated Nico Cristo. So second penalty now on the Golden Knights.
Makes it 1st and 5 now from the 32.
But this is where you just need someone to step up and make a play here.
Handoff stopped immediately as Cody Matthews. So Nauman taking a break here. Maybe just getting a blow. With time running down, you have the 2-touchdown lead. You have Cody Matthews, who's a very good running back as well. So it's 2nd down and 4. Merkling looking, just throws it up in the air and out of bounds. Saw the blitz coming. Let's take a look at the replay. Multiple players. That's Max Lauer getting in there as well. And he just throws it away, makes it 3rd down and manageable still. Didn't take the sack. That was smart by him. And threw it into the direction of one of the receivers to avoid the intentional grounding.
You want to talk about the balance from Highland tonight, though, Travis. They've passed it 12 times. They've ran it 12 times. I don't think we expected to see that kind of split down the middle.
Couldn't get any more balance than that, Andy.
It really couldn't.
3rd and 4, and Nauman's back in, but they're going to go for the throw. Quick hitter. And it's going to be a 1st down. Melchiori breaks another tackle. Still held up by his own return, but
wow, they whistled him down. They whistled him down, but he never did go down.
His momentum was stopped, and then his own man picked him up and held him up, and that's when the referee stopped it right here, and you saw his momentum was stopped. It's tough.
He didn't want to go down.
If his own player wasn't there, he would have fallen to the ground. But nonetheless, it's a first down for Highland.
Yeah, it keeps their offense on the field, keeps the clock moving.
2:32 left in the half. They have plenty of time here. Only 19 yards away from breaking this game open.
2.5 to play into the second quarter. Highland 14, Northmor 0. Fighting Scots with a chance to really take control here towards the end of the first half.
And now we're going to have a timeout by the Fighting Scots. That is their first.
I am shocked by what we're watching here tonight, Travis. I mean, we expected just a ground and pound kind of game, and we've seen Highland come out and have success throwing the football all over the field, and it's a 14-0. They're looking to make this a 3-score lead going into the locker room at the half, and I don't think anybody saw that coming.
No, that's why it's so successful right now, because Northmor was keying on the run game, and Highland now just throwing it left and right. And I mean, Melchiori making 2 humongous grabs in the end zone as well.
Yeah, he's
really opening the game up for them.
He's got 4 catches. 2 of them have gone for touchdowns. Tried for a third one on that last play where they whistled him down as his lineman just kind of picked him up and threw him.
So 1st and 10 from the Northmor 19. Highland looking to break this open right before the half. Merkling hands it off to Nauman. Breaks it outside. He's going to be taken down by Christo. Gets a good 5 yards out of that. Brings up second down and manageable.
And you're seeing that misdirection start to have some success here from Highland. They faked the run to the outside. It was a counter move back to the left, and Nauman able to get down, pick up about 6 on the play.
Yes, very much so.
Maybe 7.
Clock is stopped. I think we might have a flag on the play too.
They might have called a face mask. I didn't see a flag thrown.
5-yard variety too, so that'll give them close. It will give them a first down. So a 1st and goal, I believe, for the Scots. 1st and goal from the 8. 2:10 left here in the half. Handoff Nauman. Fights his way ahead, gets down to about the 5-yard line.
That'll be a gain of 3 on the play for Dane.
Bring up 2nd and goal from the 5.
And Nauman now has gone over the 2,000-yard mark this season. Just an incredible year he has had, and he's only a sophomore, Travis.
Yeah, he's come out of nowhere to be the leading rusher in the area. It's only between him and Lincoln Mollenkopf of Colonel Crawford. They're fighting for the rushing title. There's nobody else that can catch him.
I don't think anyone in the MOAC is looking forward to him joining the conference next year.
No, not at all.
Nauman next to
Nauman takes the snap, hands it to Nauman. Merkling handed it off to him, but Northmor was there. And they're going to say he was down, or his forward progress was down.
Boy, it looked like that ball was poked free, but a nice stand so far by the Northmor defense.
So there's the stop. And that was after his forward progress was stopped when it came out. But now up to a minute left, and Highland will call a timeout. Big 3rd down and goal here for the Golden Knights. At least force a field goal attempt here. You can't allow a touchdown.
No, this could arguably be your game right here. Big chance here. Keep them out of the end zone. Get into the locker room at the half and regroup. And just, I mean, Highland came out and threw the ball with incredible success and has really put Northmor on its heels. But you have a chance here, and if you're Highland, you might just – this might be 4-down territory for you. You're feeling good about yourself. Why not try and get in the end zone on 2 plays here?
And that would be pretty much a backbreaker. Northmor does get the second half kick, so that's something it could, if Highland doesn't get it, Northmor can't score with the few seconds they have. They could cut it in half. Maybe that's something where you see maybe just take the points, make it a 3-possession game, or go for the throat. We don't know. But it'll be 3rd and goal. Nauman gets the sweep. No, it's a fake, and it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. Gavin Miller was there to deflect the pass. I thought it was a handoff.
Yeah, he
just
held
pulled
that.
it out last second, and Miller.
Never made it from the intended target, whoever that was. The ball was
Actually, wasn't Miller. It was another. Somebody else. It might have been Miller. I don't know, but somebody got their hand on it. It's bring up 4th down, and Highland will attempt the field goal to go up 17-0. Caleb Hunter from 23 yards out off the left hash. Kick is up, and that kick is through. So with 55 seconds left, the Golden Knights keep Highland out of the end zone, but the Fighting Scots get 3.
They do, but it is a win if you're Northmor's defense. Tough spot to be in, but you kept them out of the end zone. It is a 3-possession game now, but 17's a lot better than 21, just from a mental psyche, too. If they had punched that in there, they've already got all the momentum, but you feel maybe a little bit better. You were able to hold them to 3. And for Caleb Hunter, that's his 4th field goal on the season.
Should take a look at the Fighting Scot cheerleaders. And those jackets, breaking out the jackets for the first time this year.
We've got ours on in here. Well, I've got mine on.
I'm a sweater.
I'm a freeze baby. So
sweater better. Sweater weather.
Sweater weather indeed.
Make sure to stay tuned at the half. The J&F Construction halftime for the halftime band show. We'll have Highland and Northmor's bands. And then we will have our first half analysis and stats in this pretty much first half dominated by the Fighting Scots. It's a squib kick across the 30 by Miller and down to the 32, so the Golden Knights with 51 seconds left. Probably going to be a couple handoffs to Max Lauer if they can't get anything out of it. We're going to go to the half.
All right, let's reset here. 51 seconds remain in the first half. 1 timeout remains.
See if we can get you a score from the Devil Dog game. I believe it's still 14-7 Bulldogs.
Glad to see, too, that the league agreed that if East Knox wins tonight, they would get a share of the KMAC despite playing 1 fewer game. It was out of their hands.
It was beyond their control.
Yep. I think that's absolutely the right call.
Cortez with the keeper across the 40, 45, and spins across, so it's a first down. And the Golden Knights with a little bit of movement, 45 seconds left. They do have a timeout. Maybe they can get in the Chenier's range for a field goal to cut this to two scores, but Golden Knights still a nice run here on first down, the first play of this possession.
Yeah, it's not halftime yet, so they've got some time here to go down, and that play certainly gives them a little bit of confidence.
Cortez looking, throws it across, and it's short, intended for Ramos to bring up second down.
Yeah, he just has not been able to find any rhythm tonight. Just the one completion for 12 yards. But all of his throws have just been a little bit short.
42 seconds on a stopped second quarter clock. Golden Knights looking to get something on the board here before the half, trailing 17-0. Cortez getting blitz. It's a screen to Lauer. He has blockers ahead of him. 45, 40, breaks down to the 35. Another first down for the Golden Knights. And that'll stop the clock to reset the chains.
And that's a perfect play to run to get your quarterback feeling good about himself. A beautiful little screen underneath. The defense was back, and it goes for a big gain.
30 seconds. Clock is running now at the 35. Cortez looking, has time, throws it across. It's caught! Armrose down to the 13-yard line. That stops the clock. 21 seconds left.
So there you go, the little screen play. Start to feel good about yourself. You take a shot downfield, and he's got Armrose open. And now you're in the red zone.
Knights. Big throw across the middle. Armrose was open. And the Golden Knights, huge opportunity here with 21 seconds left on the clock. 1st and 10 from the 13. They can get one more first down at the 3. Golden Knights used their last timeout, though, so you pretty much need to get out of bounds or get the first down on this play.
Yeah, you've got time to clock it, too. 21 seconds left. You get up there quick and spike it. But, again, this drive all set up by that first play where Cortez was able to pick up a nice run.
Yeah, because if you think he doesn't get a lot out of that, they're probably just going to take it to the
Absolutely.
half.
Yeah, if that play goes for nothing, you say, okay, let's just get to halftime. But he's able to get 15 yards, get out of bounds. You're suddenly at midfield. And you got to just be content here. But we've seen all sorts of trick plays from them
and
tonight,
on that side, too, I guess, they could play it safe like they did down here. Instead of going for it on 4th and goal, they kicked the field goal, but we'll see. 10 seconds left here in the half. I formation for the Fighting Scots, and it will be a handoff to Nauman. Breaks across for a minute, but he's taken down by Nico Cristo, and that will do it for the first half. So it looked like Highland had all the momentum, but the Golden Knights get it back with a big touchdown right before the half. Your score at the half, Highland 17, Northmor 7. We'll be back with the halftime band show in the J&F Construction halftime right after this. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
Man, what should I listen to on the OH Report today? Dude, listen to the Friday Night Pigskin. You got highlights and scores from all around the area.
The OH Report podcast has more than just football.
No, listen to the Pigskin. The Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin. Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin. Why not both?
Pigskin. Podcast.
Dude, clean your ears out, man.
Bro, there's so much space in here.
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
Scored a touchdown. 40 some seconds. They changed the story. They changed the story. Like it's not even the actual story. And this was wrong. Got my car, and so I never need to worry about driving. Nobody nothing. like so badly. I just kind of went for it. I need to get more colors because I don't like crazy colors. I do white. My mom does pink stuff. I wanted to do black, but my dad's like, no. He's like, oh, but she's black. He's like, you're not big one of those kids. Like at least painting. Like it makes me feel more put together. Just follow the I always found that and I wanted to try it. And now I'm like, I always have my gymnastics. Like I always do it. It's just something that's I feel weird. Like I don't like people saying that. It's weird. Like it doesn't change. Like I hate it, but me and my mom.
Another round of applause for the pride of Highland, the state-bound Highland Market Scots. Tomorrow's performance in New Philadelphia band competition. Good luck and go Scots!
for tonight's show was selected by our senior class members and represents one song from each of the previous years that our seniors were in the marching band. The marching drill report for you tonight, and also these announcements that I'm reading, were written by our 9 seniors: Christy, Grace, Briston, McKenna, Paige, Hayden, Anna, Emma, and Ethan. Our senior class has been dedicated to our Northmor band program. They first began playing simple songs like Hot Cross Buns in 5th grade band, and they have grown up to be fine young people and musicians over the last 8 years in our program. To our seniors, we hope you have enjoyed your senior experience and will walk across the field with your parents this senior night, having been a member of the Golden Knights Marching Band for 4 years. Thank you, seniors, and senior families, for your dedication to our band for so many years. The first song for tonight's show will be Havana from the Senior Chorus of Cheer, with a black routine written by Kickoff Ball and a trumpet solo performed by Christy Brown. Have fun watching our band dance in the waves and cheering at us.
Get it, bro. You look good. Thank you. It was a long day.
Next up in our performance, the band will relax and take things slow. This next flag performance was written by Zoe Montag. Watch out for our lazy flag seniors who have caught a terrible case of senioritis with this song from their sophomore year. This is Margaritaville.
Good. Glacier.
The last song for our performance tonight is an upbeat song by the Surfaris and first performed in the seniors' 11th grade year. During the drum break, clap for your favorite side, woodwinds or brass, as they battle it out with a dance break. The flag routine was written by McKenna Gillum and Emma Roos. Enjoy Wipeout.
Oh, that's a good song. To play on the drums.
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
Across at 35-30. Gets a block, cuts back left, locks in. There's Otis Parker. Cuts the right, the 10 to 5. He's gone. Touchdown, Northmor.
Now he picks up the right side, but he is just going to walk his way right into the end zone line. Looking for it, he's got a man open in the end zone, and that is safe.
Halftime here at the Castle coming to a close with the score, Highland 17, Northmor 7. Travis Berardi alongside Andy Jardy here in the Golden Knights with some big momentum coming into the half after that touchdown pass to Trenton Ramos right before the break.
Yeah, absolutely what Northmor needed. They get the ball here to start the second half, and it gave us a ball game because Highland dominated that first half up until that final drive by Northmor, and now we'll see who comes out here in the second half on top.
Ramos across the 20, has a hole across the 35 towards the 40, and that's a nice start for the Golden Knights as we take a quick look at the halftime stats brought to you by J&F Construction.
Yep, it's been a very balanced attack from Highland. Passing 135 yards. We didn't expect to see the ball thrown much tonight, but they did a great job coming out, executing their passing game, and it's been the difference here. In a game that we thought was going to be dominated by the running backs, it's really been the quarterback play and the receiving play. My goodness, that catch by Jay Melchiori to make it 14-0. Whew. Stick around. We'll have it for you later tonight on the OH Report.
Friday Night Pigskin, first handoff to Max Lauer right into the line of scrimmage, and he might get 1 yard out of it, maybe 2. Actually, they're going to give him about, 2 yards, bring up second down and 8, but they're going to have to get going on first and second down here if they want to try and get some continue with that momentum coming out of the half, because they went in that hurry-up offense, completed a couple passes, and it really got them going.
I would do that more. We were talking about it at the break. Come out and run a little no-huddle, pick up the tempo a little bit, because they just haven't been able to establish that running game other than on the opening drive that came up short with no points. Lauer's had a tough time getting anything going. That first half he had 15 carries for 61 yards, but he just has not been able to really break off the big runs other than on that opening drive.
And Eli Grandstaff able bringing that blitz last second, getting in there and tackling Lauer in the backfield for a loss of 1. So that's going to bring up third down and 9. Almost got the linebacker to jump, but he comes back. Underway here, second half. Fighting Scots with a 17-7 lead. Throws incomplete, almost intercepted there on the low throw. And it'll bring up fourth down. And Highland will get the ball after a 3-and-out.
So what looked like was going to be a big momentum swing for Northmor, getting the ball to start the second half after the late score. Highland comes out, gets the stop, forcing a 3-and-out. And just Cortez, 4 of 8 is 65 yards and a touchdown. He's just had a little bit of trouble with his throws tonight. They've been a little short on a couple of them. Made a beautiful throw right before the half for the touchdown, but
big punt by Miller. They didn't have anybody back, and that's going to bounce inside the 10, down to the 8, to the 7-yard line. So Miller with the big boot to switch field for the Golden Knights, as Highland with nobody back there, just letting it happen.
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know if that was some miscommunication there. They didn't send like an all-out block or anything, but there was just nobody back there, and Northmor will take that all the way now at the 7-yard line.
So we were talking about field position earlier in the game. Northmor trying to play that right now. They got plenty of time, only down 10 points. But can they get the ball back here and maybe get some movement, or can Highland, like they did in the first half, get some first downs and keep field position in their end? We got a sweep to the right. That's Mason Duncan. He's going to be taken down across the 10 to the 11, so gain of 4 brings up second down.
We saw Duncan come down with a few catches in that first half, 4 of them for 30 yards. Cooper Merkling, 9 of 14, 135 yards, 2 TDs in that first half. The passing game was absolutely sensational from the Fighting Scots. We'll see now, though. They've got that 2-possession lead if they stick to the ground more here in the second half with the lead.
17-7, start of the third on your Remax Genesis Patty Jackson scoreboard. Ball at the Highland 11. Merklin takes the snap, hands it off to Nauman, and he is taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Armros with the big stop there.
They were ready for that misdirection this time. They tried it again, faked it the one way, came back the other, and just nowhere to go.
And you saw Armros get swim underneath the blocker there to get the open look, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 9 from their own 9. And dangerous territory here. I know you completed a couple passes, but, you can't afford a pick here. Do you just run it, try and get the 9 yards, and then punt it away, or do you go for it?
I think they're going to be aggressive. I really do. They've been aggressive all night. I wouldn't be surprised to see them come out here and try and pick this up through the air.
Merkling in the shotgun, and he's going to roll off to his left and try and throw, but there's a flag on the play that stops, so it's most likely going to go against, and it is a false start against Highland, so that backs them up 3.5 yards. Half the distance to the goal, actually 4.5 yards. So that's going to drop them back to the 5.
So this might change the play call a bit here. You might just run this one to get a little bit of breathing room and punt this thing away if you don't convert it.
So a 4.5 yard penalty, half the distance. Big opportunity for Northmor to get some play that field position like we just talked about here. Merkling in his own end zone now, and he's going to look to pass. Quick hitter, right side, complete, and right to the 10-yard line. So gain of 6, but not enough for the first down, and Northmor did what they needed to do and get a stop.
That's exactly right. They got the stop they needed, aided by the huge punt. And now Northmor should have some good field position here.
Ramos back towards midfield, standing at the Highland 48-yard line. Eli Grandstaff back to punt low. Gets it off, though. It's going to take a bounce at the 40. Ramos breaks one tackle, breaks another, trying to get to the outside, and he's going to run out of bounds. But Northmor is going to get good field position here at the 43 of Highland. They'll start 1st and 10, and they flip the field there. So they couldn't get anything going from the 35, their own 35, get the big punt, switch field position, and now they're right in Highland territory. So it's like they ran 5-6 plays themselves there across midfield. That's the field position game for those that don't watch football a lot, but I just sounded like a moron pretty much by trying to explain that to you. But
I still just can't get over no one back to return the punt for Highland. Like that, to me, it's set up this whole second half right now because they started inside their own 10-yard line with nobody back there to return the punt.
Cortez on the keeper. Cuts back, spins at the 40, and he's going to be taken down right there, so give him maybe a yard. He'll bring up 2nd down as he was swarmed by the Scots. And that defensive line and linebackers have done a really good job since that first drive of really closing those gaps and keeping Lauer and Cortez from getting into the second level.
Yeah, it looked like Northmor was establishing who they were going to be tonight on that opening drive. And they just have not been able to get the ground game going as well as they had envisioned.
Handoff, Lauer. Low hesitation across the 40, down towards the 35, maybe to the 36. Bring up 3rd down and long. It'll be 3rd down and 5. So now for Northmor, you're around the 35 of Highland. Is this 4-down territory?
I mean, you got to start to wonder how many more possessions you're going to get in what should most likely be a ground attack from Highland the rest of the way. Clock has stopped for the moment, and now we'll get it going. But 7:07, you've probably only got 2 or 3 more possessions in this game. I think you might have to consider going for it on 4th down if you pick up positive yards here.
Cortez throw. It's in and out of the hands of Griffin Workman. Had him open, but unable to get the catches. That stoppage was Nauman was actually, I think they called him off because he was hurt. But as you take a look at the replay, just a little bit in front of Workman. And they're going to continue to play the field position game as they are bringing the punt team back on. And once again, it doesn't look like anybody from Highland's back deep. Can Miller take a little off now? He's going back. Melchiori. It's a nice kick, though. It takes a bounce at the 10, and Northmor pushes it into the end zone for a touchback. At first, they had a chance at it. So you take a look at the replay, but just the momentum of the ball going 4th forward towards the end zone right there, took a bounce, went for it, but one guy got in the way of the other.
Might have been able to throw that back in, but they were both trying to get to the ball there. So Highland will take over at the 20. Net gain of 17. 6:50 to go. Nauman is back out there. We did see him come off. Looked like he was banged up on a play earlier too, but
6:50 left here, third quarter. 17-7 Highland. It's going to be a sweep. Got some room. Breaks the 40, the 50, 45, 40. Gavin Hankins is going to go. Touchdown, Highland.
80-yard touchdown run, Travis. And a penalty thrown late, probably for some taunting after the play, but I mean, the Jets sweep, they've ran it a few times here in the second half, and just no answer for it all the way. And that's a backbreaker right there if you're Northmor. That's tough.
A huge backbreaker there for the Golden Knights.
And another explosive play.
We'll see what the penalty was on.
In the first half, it was 2 electric catches by senior wideout Jay Melchiori. And now here, in the middle of the third quarter, it is Gavin Hankins that provides the electricity, taking a jet sweep all the way to
And the penalty was against Highland.
And now, Highland has really opened this game up 23-7 in favor of the Fighting Scots with 6:38 left to play here in the third quarter.
Coming into tonight, Travis, Gavin Hankins, 1 rush for 7 yards.
So you're saying he didn't get a lot of looks there, but that
no,
perfect timing for him to get a big one.
He almost matched his season total in yards. He had 81 total yards coming into tonight, and he picked up 80 on that run.
Extra point up and good. So with 6:38 remaining, Highland back up 17. It's 24-7. If you're the Golden Knights, you got to score. You got to answer right here.
You can't punt it anymore now at this point in the game unless you're inside, the 30 or 20. But here it is again, just the jet sweep. It's a little wrinkle they added in here in the second half. I don't think they ran any of those in the first half, but they've ran 2 here in the second half, and there he goes, Gavin Hankins, almost matching his season total in yards.
And you were expecting something like this from Nauman.
Yeah.
But no, they have other guys with some speed as well, so they're going to need it going into that Division IV playoff run.
Play calling tonight by Ty Stover in this offense has just been absolutely phenomenal. We've seen flea flickers, we've seen counters. I mean, there have just been all the play calling tonight. They joked about it pregame, saying they were going to run the fumble Rooski.
That was Northmor.
Northmor.
They were doing the run through as Highland was walking by.
Gotcha. I misunderstood the story earlier, but
Highland's sitting in 10th right now. Need a lot of help if they want to get into that top 8. They need a Meadowbrook and a Cambridge loss, and then they need secondary points to go their way. Tonight's high school football broadcast is brought to you live and free on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors. Adena Corporation. Make a difference. Join the Adena team by applying online at adenacorporation.com. Morrow County Hospital. Don't wait to get sick. Put your health first. Visit morrowcountyhospital.com for your online appointment. Hot Shots Secret. Protective fuel and oil additives for your diesel experts. Get 10% off your first order at hotshotsecret.com. As Ramos gets that at the 35 to the 40. And decent starting position there for the Golden Knights. J&F Construction, building your future today. Design yours at jfconstruction.com. And Patty Jackson of the RE/MAX Genesis team. Thank you, everybody. Also, Park National Bank, whether you need a banker or prefer to do it yourself, Park has an app for you. Thank you, everybody, for allowing us to bring these games to you live and free right here on the OH Report. So the Golden Knights now starting at their 42. 58 yards from the end zone. You score here, you score quick, pretty much like nothing happened.
That's the thing. You have to score quick, and that's where this starts to become an issue with time. I mean, these 4 and 5 yard runs are great if you're in a one possession game or have the lead, but eventually you're going to have to start picking up bigger chunks.
John Jensen coming in late with the block, but the play hadn't been called dead yet. A little chippiness from Northmor. And you can see both sides, you know, the leaders of each side calming each other down, saying, hey, this game isn't out of reach on either side. We need to calm down. We need to just play football. Well, you'll get that on a rivalry game as well.
Absolutely.
No flags are called. Nothing hurt.
And with what's at stake, too, I mean, this is we're crowning a champion, whoever wins this game tonight.
2-yard game for Lauer. 2.5, you could say. 2nd and 8 from the 44. Fakes the handoff to Lauer. Cortez looking left. He's going to hold it, and he's going to be taken down. Nobody open. Coverage sack. Big play for the Fighting Scots.
Yeah, I just tried to roll out and find someone, but the coverage downfield was excellent. And by the time he thought about maybe running it, it was too late, and he's brought down for, as you said, a coverage sack.
And maybe there you want to just throw it away. But Cortez running the opposite side of where he throws would have to switch around. So that's just a big mess there for the Golden Knights. Loss of 4 on the play. It's 3rd down and 11 now from the 41. Golden Knights need a conversion, but we were saying they can't afford to punt, but back here they're going to have to.
Yeah, when it's this down and distance. Depends what they get here on 3rd and 11. But
Cortez looking to throw, and it is. Is it picked? Is it picked?
That was hard to tell if that bounced or not. It's going to be incomplete.
Nope, incomplete.
But again, the throw was just
look at the replay. I think it hit the turf beforehand, or no, you saw him collecting it on the turf.
Yeah.
Clear incompletion. Bring up 4th down, and Northmor is going to have to punt.
It looked like he was going to air that one out down the field more, and that was just a weird throw how it came out.
Yeah, tonight Cortez, his release is a little bit late, so he's throwing it more into the ground than he wants to. Punt takes a bounce to 30, goes inside the 30, down to the 20, down to the 19. So another nice punt by Miller. Starts Highland back inside their own 20, but they have the ball. They have the ability to run clock now with 4:48 left in the 3rd.
Yeah, and we'll see now. I mean, if you're Northmor, you've got to get a 3 and out here. You've got to force a turnover, something to get your offense back out there with time still on the clock to try and mount any kind of comeback. But they just haven't had an answer for the creativity that Highland has thrown at them tonight.
(24-7) Highland here with 4:48 left in the 3rd quarter. Well in control of this one right now. Nauman gets the handoff. He's still fighting his way. Gets maybe 3 or 4 yards out of it to bring up 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry. He'll bring up 2nd down and 6 as we go under 4:30 left in the 3rd. Now remember, last week, East Knox scored 20 fourth-quarter points to knock off Highland by 7.
This is true. There is a lot of time left in this.
But Highland helped them out by turning the ball over. That's the big thing tonight. They're keeping hold of the ball. They're doing what they need to do. Even if they punt, they're running clock.
Right. And they'll be perfectly content doing that. But this, we just haven't seen the explosiveness from Northmor, other than when they ran that hurry-up offense before the half.
Going deep, and it looks like it is almost intercepted.
That would have helped the cause.
Defense played there by Gavin Hankins. Kearns looked like he had the beat on it, but Hankins able to get a hand in there. It looked like it was right on time, too. No interference, just able to knock it away. Sometimes wide receivers got to play defense, too.
Absolutely, and that's what happened on that play right there. So big 3rd down here for Northmore's defense.
So 3rd down and 6 for Highland. 3:57 on a stop 3rd quarter clock. Another sweep this time and another hole. Hankins again. This time barely taken down. We have a flag on the play, though, and it looks like it's going to go back.
Yeah, there is a flag on the play, but Hankins was off to another track meet, it looked like. I mean, it was the exact same play. But it is going to come back.
East Knox up 14-7. They were at the break with Danville. East Knox can also clinch a share of the KMAC with a victory. If this is a 10-yard penalty, it will take them back beyond the first down, so it'll still be a third down for them. At first, that flag was thrown about 5 yards ahead, but I think that's just because the referee didn't have enough under it.
It could be.
But still, he moved it back further, move it back 10 yards, and that's going to bring up third down and 4.
So a gain of 2?
After everything, gain of 2, but big break for Northmor now.
East Knox does have one loss in KMAC play. But remember, they weren't able to play that conference game against Hartford Lincoln earlier in the season.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. So they lost. So they lost a conference game.
Handoff Nauman, and he does have a break there. Getting across the 35 to the 37, and there's the first down nonetheless. You could say a ball don't lie play there for Nauman. Gets enough for the first down.
Yep, one of his best runs of the night, too,
Got
picking
some
up the
blocking.
first down.
He actually turned on the brakes there to avoid the referee and still gets a couple extra. Now, we were talking about East Knox and how they're in it. They played one less KMAC game, but KMAC voted this morning saying that if they were to win, they kept the same amount of losses as either Highland or Northmor, they would get a share of the KMAC championship. As Nauman, again, big run, cuts it outside. There's a flag on the play, though, and that's going to be coming back. So KMAC, with an East Knox win, will be a share between them and either one of these teams.
Well, Nauman starting to feel it a little bit. He had a nice run there. Going to be called back because of a hold, but
here's kind of a shocker for you. From Mogador, after 3 quarters, Lucas 14, Mogador 0.
Whoa.
The Cubs can lock up the number 1 seed. They can pretty much lock up the number 1 seed with some secondary points help in Division 7, Region 27, and bump St. Paul down to number 2. Lucas and St. Paul have already locked up 2 home games. They just done enough work with some high-quality opponent talent that locks it up for them as they're going to mark off the yardage now.
I think they called a personal foul. I don't think this was just a hold. It's hard to see because the officials were on the visitor side, so we're trying to read it from behind.
I want to say that personal foul came after the play, too, because we had a hold immediately. That would have taken them back 15 yards, but they're all the way back. So I'm thinking that happened after the play. So you have the hold, and then you have another penalty on top. And the only thing that can help the Golden Knights out right now is Highland
hurting themselves.
Yeah.
Coach Stover wants an explanation.
And I don't blame him. I mean, it's getting chippy on both sides. I don't know what happened. I did not see what happened. It might have, but that's tough.
Yeah,
and right as Dane Nauman was really getting going, this ices him kind of.
Yeah, well, it just brings everything to a screeching halt now because we're trying to get explanations as to what happened. But you're right, they just kept moving him back. And I thought I saw the official signal a personal foul. I don't know if there was a hold before that.
So you take a look, we have on our bottom of the screen, we have our top 10 in each of the regions that we are covering. So that'll be going across. And make sure to tune into the Friday Night Pigskin. I'm going into playoff mode once again.
Of course.
And I will try and make sure I'll see who's in, who's not, who has home games, who has 2 home games, everything like that. So Highland fans, stay tuned, 11:30 right here on Facebook and YouTube, free. We'll try and get everything figured out. And I want a big shout out to Joe Idle for doing everything because it helps out. It's a sweep to Duncan, and he's going to get taken down immediately. So that'll bring up second down and 24.
No gain on that jet sweep. Golden Knights were ready for that one.
But despite the penalties, they're still running the clock, and they most likely will get this to the end of the quarter.
Yeah, it's the clock is going to become a serious issue for Northmor, trying to claw back into this one.
And you hate to talk about it, but that missed field goal is huge right
It
now.
It is. I was thinking the same thing. That
Nauman, handoff going left side, breaks one tackle, hurdles another guy, and taken down to the 30, so a gain of 7. And that'll get back to 3rd down and maybe 14, but look at the athleticism. What athleticism from him. I apologize for the replay not working there. I wish we had it, but he got some big-time air on that jump.
His last 2 carries now, he's gone airborne, and he's really starting to pick up some big yards.
9 yards on the carry. 3rd and 15 now, as we go under 2 minutes left in the 3rd.
Let me tell you something. With the big uglies blocking up in front of you, you better do
3rd and 15.
good for those big guys up front.
It's going to be a quick hitter. Right side and is over the head of the receiver, so it stops the clock and it forces a punt. Everything that Northmor needed.
Yep, and about 3 minutes came off of the clock for Highland on that possession. So they did kill some of the clock there for Northmor, but Golden Knights now, they gotta find a big play somewhere.
If you're grand staff, you don't want to kick it directly to Trenton Ramos. Let it bounce. Let him have to take a couple steps left or right to allow your guys to get down there, because if you kick it right at him, he will have the ability to make a run, and this is going to take a bounce. And a Northmor bounce as well, as it's down at the 43, so once again, the Golden Knights 57 yards from the end zone. Not bad starting position, but they have to move the ball now.
They do. I know we said you couldn't afford to punt it anymore. You certainly can't. You can't anymore. If you want to come back and win this game, this is 4-down territory the rest of the way. They got to find a big play. I don't know if it's a trick play or something to try and get them going.
They joked about it. Maybe they do have it, because they're going to need something like that.
You need something to get a quick score and give yourself a chance going into the 4th quarter.
3 wide to the left, 2 to the right. Golden Knights going spread. Ramos. And there wasn't a snap, and there was movement, and I have no idea what just happened.
Yeah.
Everybody's false start against Northmor. Yeah, that. Everybody but the center, I believe, knew what was going on there.
Thought it might have been a trick play, but
so after the penalty, backs him up 1st and 15, and now Layden Hayes is going to be called off. Maybe some blood or something. The referee telling him he has to go off and get checked for a second. You see Nauman on the sideline too getting taped up, so once again, Golden Knights in spread. Fakes the handoff to Ramos. Cortez keeps it, but he's tripped up and maybe gets a yard. Nice job once again by Highland. That was Chandler Stevens on the tackle, limiting the yardage there, brings up 2nd and long.
And again, it was only a 5-yard penalty, but when your offense has just not been able to get big plays, you're asking to get 5 additional yards, and that's been a struggle for Northmor tonight.
2nd and 14 was a gain of 1. We go under a minute left here in the 3rd. 24-7 Highland. Fighting Scots looking to get one final KMAC championship before going to the MOAC. Cortez, he's going to keep it. And this time he has a hole across the 45, and he's going to be pushed ahead to the 50, across the 50 down to the 49-yard line, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and short. And finally, the Golden Knights get a chunk play out of it. So you take a look at the hot shot secret replay.
Yeah, he thought he was going to be able to make one more move, but coming in from behind and leveling him with a big hit, Turner Harmon.
And that kept them from getting a 1st down. It's going to be 3rd down and 2, and this is 4-down territory for Northmor. It's not 3rd and long. If you can get a positive play or a no gain, you know it's going to be 4-down territory. And now Northmor is going to call a timeout, and that's tough because you want to have these timeouts in case you get it close late in the game.
You do, but you also have to make sure everyone is on the same page here for this 3rd down conversion, because you have to get this.
It's a double-edged sword.
It is. If you're not comfortable with where you're at, you got to take that time out and make sure everyone knows what they're doing. and give yourself an opportunity here. And here's where that false start penalty, they would have a first down already.
Yeah,
but you're facing
probably
a third
avoid
and short.
this. Didn't have a chance yet. I apologize, folks, but let's give some shout-outs, as I would say. Sean Hoffer, go Knights. Bobby Morrison, Bobby and Kim Morrison, go Knights. Dora Brown, go Knights. Everybody's saying go Knights. I'll just say that. Angie Evans, Bonnie Young. April Romer, tagging somebody else to watch. Thanks. Appreciate it. And Nancy Jessen, fight hard Knights. They're going to need to fight hard to get back in this one. 86 people watching on Facebook, 220 watching on YouTube. We have over 300 people watching tonight.
Lauer and the Wildcat, Travis.
And he's going to get the first down, and more across the 40, down to the 39-yard line. First down, Golden Knights. Much needed first down. It stopped the clock, too, so they can get another playoff here, which they will. But Lauer finally gets a positive play after really not doing much. Still in the Wildcat. Clock just started. He's going to take the Wildcat snap again. Goes left side, stiff arms a couple guys and gets pushed out of bounds.
So there will be another play.
So there will be another play with 5 seconds left here in the third.
Because he was able to get out of bounds and stop that clock.
So every time they can get an extra play before the end of the quarter, it just benefits the Golden Knights. Now inside the 40, second down and 9, and they're staying in that Wildcat.
Lauer has not attempted a pass on the season.
He's going to hand it off to Cristo this time, and he has some room across the 35, maybe down to the 34, and that's where we will be to end the quarter. So your score after 3 quarters, Highland 24, Northmor 7. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
Be out there, or is it still?
We've played 3 here at Northmor. Third down and long. Max Lauer still in the Wildcat. Trenton Ramos with him. Lauer's going to get taken down in the backfield, back towards the original line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Marcus Cortez, on that big run he had on the keeper, got dinged up, and I think he hit his head off the ground. He's still out. That could be huge for the Fighting Scots, as Northmor now facing a 4th down and 9.
Yeah, and with so much needing to go your way, losing your quarterback and his ability to throw the football, you just can't. I mean, what can you do? No one else on this team has attempted a pass for Northmor.
Lauer hands it to Cristo, but he bobbled the ball. Turnover on downs, and Highland takes over. Look at the handoff once again, and he kind of bobbled it right there. Stopped his momentum, and Highland was right there to eat it all up, and they take over on downs.
Yeah, it just has not been the Golden Knights' night. It has been a real tough game for them to get anything going, and I could not be more impressed with how Highland has performed tonight.
And I see Marcus Cortez. He's standing on the sidelines with his teammates right now. I guess they were just sticking with that Sticking with that Wildcat formation, it did not work. Cortez over there not being checked out by any of the doctors either, so we'll see if he'll get back in here. Nauman has a hole. That's 32. Hernandez down to the 10, out of bounds. So it wasn't Nauman. That was Samuel Hernandez.
I mean, it's been whoever they want to put back there who's been able to make a big run.
That sweep once again proving to be huge for the Fighting Scots, who's a touchdown away from pretty much locking this one up.
Now the ball is spotted at the 7-yard line for Highland.
Highland 7 yards away from pretty much putting this game out of reach, especially if Cortez can't go back into the game. First and goal from the 7, 11 minutes, and we're going to get a timeout by Highland. Let them talk things over. It's all right. They can punch it in. They're looking pretty.
I mean, how about this, though? Sam Hernandez, the freshman running back, comes in, gets a carry, takes it 51 yards, and it's just been whoever they want to put back there. It's on a jet sweep or any kind of run. They've mixed it up well in the backfield, and they've seen results from multiple players tonight.
Final from Mogador. Lucas knocks off Mogador 14-0. The Cubs are going to be the number 1 seed in Division 7, Region 25. I said 27 earlier. That's East Knox's division, but they have a chance of locking up not only the KMAC Co-Championship, but 2 home games at Chet Looney Stadium down in Howard, which is a place that you don't want to play at if you're an opponent.
No, you do not.
All right, so Highland breaks the huddle here out of the timeout. Hernandez once again back there. Hopefully Nauman's all right, too.
We've seen him. I mean, he got his elbow wrapped at one point. He's been banged up a little bit tonight, but
Merklin hands it to Hernandez again. It's a bit of a jet sweep. Breaks one tackle, and he's going to be taken out of bounds inside the 5. He goes for the end zone. He dove for it. They'll say he was out of bounds at the 2 or 3 yard line, so he dove for it, but I think he stepped out of bounds before diving for the end zone.
Yeah, right down at the 1.
Take a look at the replay right here. And I think he touched out of bounds right before. It looked like the ball did hit the pylon, but I think he was just out of bounds before that. So 2nd down and goal from the 2. Hernandez, lone setback. And it's going to be a keeper. Touchdown. Cooper Merkling might have just clinched the KMAC championship for Highland. 2-yard touchdown run. And he just got behind his line and went in. He needed 2, got about 4.
And that's what we've seen all night from Highland. They've won the battle in the trenches. They've gotten the push up front. And that score right there just kind of perfectly sums up how it's gone for Highland on the offensive side of things. Winning it up front, and they've shut down Northmor's run game tonight. And it has just been they're living true to their name. The Fighting Scots have come out and fought well.
Extra point good, and with 10:50 left, 31-7 Highland.
I mean, we're another score away from a running clock, and I don't think we ever would have thought coming into this one that would be the case.
Not especially after the first drive as well. Northmor getting down there, 4th down and 5 from the 7, go for the field goal, missed it right, and then after that, it's been all Highland. It's because the passing game really opened things up for Highland.
Yeah, I mean, they came out and we're not going to be one-dimensional tonight. Came out, threw some passes, had some success with that, and just the playmaking from all sorts of different guys tonight. I mean, Cooper Merkling has done it at the quarterback position. The touchdown catches by Jay Melchiori have been sensational.
8:30 left in the 4th. East Knox 28, Danville 13. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to get a clinch, are going to clinch at least a share of the KMAC and possibly 2 home games at Chet Looney. I mean, we love the tournament, bracketology when it comes to tournament time for the NCAA, but man, I think I've spent more time reading playoff rankings than anything else. Miller spins out of 1 tackle, but he is swarmed and taken down at the 25. That's where Northmor will start 1st and 10 with 10:43 left.
And a late flag coming in.
Some more extracurriculars.
Activities out there on the field. And now they'll check to see who is on. We'll assess it. We'll go from there. So 10:43 left to play in the 4th quarter. Highland.
So we'll see what.
Northmor 7. This is by far the most points that this vaunted defense.
We'll see who the penalty is against. It's a dead ball, unsportsmanlike against Northmor. Saying one of the players threw the ball at the face of Highland. So that'll back them up.
And that's just frustration if you're Northmor. They can't have that penalty, obviously, but you're seeing the frustration just kind of boil over. This is not any way, shape, or form how they envision this night going, but you do have to keep the big picture in mind. You're going to be in the playoffs. There are bigger things ahead of you. But, this is going to sting, especially after the tough loss last week. It looked like they had moved past it on that opening drive, and now we've got an officials timeout.
I think Scott Armrose just wants an explanation of what happened.
Yeah.
He gets it and back out. And once again, Max Lauer. Do I see Cortez out there? I believe he's out there. No, that's the backup quarterback.
Yeah, that's A.J. Bauer, the freshman.
So Cortez is done for the night, hopefully not for a long period of time, but Bauer throws and gets crushed. It's complete. And then we have a flag on the play as well.
He had to have been past the line of scrimmage
and
when he
I think
threw
that
football,
might be
right?
why.
That's got to be an illegal pass. I wasn't sure if he threw it or if it just got knocked out and happened to land right into a receiver's hands, but
no, it's going to be personal foul against Highland.
So he wasn't past the line of scrimmage.
Nonetheless, it's a first down for Northmor. They didn't move from where the tackle was, so I don't know if they called that a completed pass or anything like that, but the 15 yards moves them up to the 30, so.
Just been some weird stuff tonight, Travis.
Handoff Lauer across the 35 up to about the 47-yard line. Will bring up 2nd down and short. So we come up to 10:20 left in the game.
Last night we seen Dearness Johnson playing in Cleveland, who has that exact same ability. Was to be able to stop on a dime and make tackles miss and continue to set the speed. How about the game you had?
So with Northmor, if they were unable to come back, they'll probably drop down to. They'll probably drop down to at least 6th or 7th here. They'll keep that home game, but their path's going to be a little bit tougher. As Lauer, big run across midfield, and the biggest run by Max Lauer tonight gets a first down for Northmor as they continue to move.
Yeah, and that's what you like to see, too. There's no quit in this team, in this Northmor team. They're hard-nosed, well-coached. Hasn't been their night, but you like to see them still playing tough here in the 4th quarter, and a great run by Lauer there.
Top seed in this region for Northmor, Fort Fry's actually losing, so that could shake some things up. Lauer in the Wildcat now gets across the 45, down towards the 40, another first down. So with a head of steam, Northmor quickly moving the ball into Highland territory. But still, Down 31-7, they got a lot of work.
Well, they got a lot of work, and they don't have the ability to throw the football. Cortez is out, and no one else on the team has attempted a pass this year.
Hand off to Cristo. Gets down to the 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4. Brings up 2nd down. So the loss will knock Northmor out of 2 home games. They will get a home game. It just won't be for 2 rounds. Highland now has a shot of hosting their first-round home game. Lauer, keeper, gets a couple yards. They'll bring up 3rd down and medium. And now we have another flag on the play. I understand the frustration of these Highland fans, but referees got to keep this in check. And the same for Northmor fans. I mean, both sides are coming a little frustrated with all the flags, but you don't want to let this game get out of hand.
It's a cool 45 degrees, so it's not necessarily the warmest night, but it's a beautiful thing to see. 2 great teams battling it out, and all the fans.
And that's going to go against Northmor. Personal foul after the play. That'll back them up.
That's their 2nd personal foul here in the 2nd half. And again, the frustration just is mounting for Northmor.
So that'll back them up to the Highland 48-yard line.
As you see, the big fella getting some work over on the Northmor
Dustin
sidelines.
Sanders.
I know he's hoping to play football at the next level, as they said during senior night announcements. And at his size, got to think he's going to get looks from somewhere. 6'8", 315, Travis. Good luck blocking him.
Yeah.
Or getting around him.
Lauer once again in the Wildcat. He's going to keep it. It's going to be a false start. I believe Cristo once again. Flag came out, but the whistles didn't go off until 3 seconds into the play. This is week 10, guys. I mean, we gotta get this correct here. You could get somebody hurt that could really affect their playoff positioning or their playoff lives.
Yeah, that was weird. Add it to the list of weird things we've seen tonight.
And now Northmore's going to take a timeout to try and regroup, but you got to throw the flag and blow the whistle at the same time. Max Lauer took it, didn't blow the whistle enough. He got taken down. That could have hurt. Got blockers. You have Highland players also still getting engaged in a block. They could get hurt. I mean, I digress. It's going to be 2nd down still once we return. So 8:40 left here. Highland well on its way to a KMAC championship.
Travis, you're obviously close to the Northmor program. You know the ins and outs, if you will, of the team. And where do they go from here? I mean, you get the playoffs next week, so you gotta quickly erase the last 2 weeks. But they've got, depending on Cortez's health, I mean, they can still make some noise in the postseason, can they not?
They can. No, they have the ability to, but they just ran into a Division IV Highland squad that I know KMAC's teams are very happy they're getting out of there and playing to their competition in Division IV, because this team can compete with the MOAC squads: Shelby, Clear Fork, Galleon, Harding, Pleasant. So that handoff's going to be taken for a couple.
Yeah, and it's getting pretty chippy out there too, Travis.
A lot of late blocking, you could say, out of that. 2:19 left in the 4th. East Knox 35, Danville 13. Bulldogs are going to share the KMAC.
What a way, too, if you're Highland to leave the conference, taking a conference title with you. It'll be shared with East Knox, but
you still get a trophy.
It's quite the way to exit.
And for Northmor, going to go to 40 years since your last conference championship. The 3rd time in 4 years you came 1 game short.
And that is going to be a delay of game unless they got a timeout called in time, but I don't think they did. And that's where you're seeing a young quarterback not really being aware of the situation on the play clock.
We continue to get some Bronx cheers out of there for the calls.
Fans are never happy. I've learned that.
Nope. Never. Long pass, and it's going to be picked off. So they tried to go to the air, but Mason Duncan there for the pick. And Highland can now run more clock out to try and get this thing over. A.J. Bauer, the freshman, just leading Bo Landon, the freshman, so the backups are in there. So I think it's safe to say Highland has this one locked up.
I think you can go ahead and say that. I mean, we've seen some crazy comebacks. But, I mean, I just don't know what else you can say, really, about the job Highland did tonight. I mean, this is a Northmor team that is just known for its defense, and they had no issue doing what they wanted to do against them. And, I mean, a big part of that could be the discrepancy in divisions. I think that does play a big role in a lot of what we've seen here tonight. But I tell you, this is a tough team. If you're going to run into Highland, look out, because coming in, hearing about the running game, it was the passing game tonight that really stood out to me.
Now Highland has some tough opponents. Bloom Carroll, who I already fell to. St. Clairsville, a team that knocked them out last year. We have Union Local, who's playing Barnesville tonight in Northmore's division. They're playing a tough one, but a lot of those Ohio Valley Athletic Conference teams, Carrollton, Heath, the Columbus area squads as well. It's a tough division. Highland's going to finish between 5 and 10, depending on secondary points here. So they could get that home game. They could actually get a very good position, but they're not going to get 2 home games unless a lot happens. So out of the timeout here, 1st down and 10. Handoff up the middle. That is Court Sears, the freshman running back. So it's going to be a JV game to finish off the last 8 minutes.
Yeah, and it makes sense. You obviously don't want to risk any injury to one of your starters or your main players going into the postseason. Make
sure to stick around for the J&F Construction postgame. We'll have our Adena Corporation MVP, and we know who it is.
We do.
We know who it is, and we know who could possibly get a SportsCenter Top 10 play out of it.
Whew. I will probably be showing that one a few times on my highlight later tonight on the Pigskin.
Make sure to tune in 11:30. We'll have that, as well as I'll try and break down all of these numbers. Hopefully I don't
Good luck.
give myself too much of a headache doing this, but we'll see where everybody will be playing tonight with the help of Joe Idle, the savior of playoff ratings here in Ohio. We'll break those down. We'll go through all 9 highlights that we have tonight. We'll have the highlights of the East Knox victory over Danville. We have Clear Fork Shelby. Shelby was up last time we checked. Mansfield Senior Madison, the city game going on. We'll have highlights from the Freddie Berg matchup. The first ever Freddie Berg trophy will be given tonight.
How about that trophy, by the way?
Oh, I was there for the unveiling. That's going to be close to the sticks for a first down for Highland. But, yeah, not this past Monday, but last Monday we were at a secret meeting in a secret speakeasy that you go through a door in between 2 buildings and go up the steps, and it's a speakeasy area. Nobody knew about it except for a couple media members and then some people from Centerburg and Highland, the coaches, a couple alumni, the principals, Bob Boss from Park National Bank, and they unveiled the trophy. We were able to interview them, make a cool highlight, hype video for it, but those trophies are nice. Jet sweep right side. Still has some room, runs out of bounds. That's Hayden Klein. But the the cool thing about the Freddie Berg Trophy, there's 2 of them. One's going to be displayed at the high school. The other one's going to be displayed at the Park National Bank at either Centerburg or Fredericktown for the community to enjoy.
Nice. I love a good trophy game.
Definitely.
I can get into any game that there's a trophy that is presented at the end.
So we'll have highlights of that. We'll have highlights of Clear Fork Shelby, Gallion taking on Pleasant, I believe. Gallion still fighting for a playoff spot. Handoff up the middle. Sears on the carry. Bring up 3rd down and about 6. So we go under 6 minutes remaining. Also Sunday afternoon, Brian Skoronsky and myself will break down all the brackets once they are released. We'll break down some of the matchups we have, all the teams from the area that will be in them.
I got a sneak peek at some of the graphics that will be unveiled for that show, and whew,
we went all out.
It is top-notch. Well done.
Also, Northmor fans, Mackenzie Weaver, myself, will be at the Castle tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Golden Knights looking for their 6th straight sectional championship in volleyball. Ball pass completed, but a yard short. Toby Rogers makes the catch. 4th and 3, they're gonna say he stepped out of bounds early, so Highland will, like the sportsmanship, they're gonna punt it away.
Yeah, it's the right call. You're not trying to. You've stated that you are the winner here tonight.
Gets the punt off, and nobody's gonna be around that. They're gonna let it bounce down inside the 20. So Grandstaff with a nice punt. Northmor will start there, 1st and 10 with 4:28 left.
We'll get a chance to see the freshman QB again, A.J. Bauer.
He had the arm.
He did. I mean, he made a nice throw, but he threw it right to the defender, but it was an impressive throw. Great spiral, had some distance to it. As this Northmor team tries to regroup Travis going into the postseason.
Yeah, so Highland riding high, riding on their high horse out of the KMAC. This is the last sport to leave the KMAC as well. All the other sports are in the MOAC this year. So the final KMAC conference matchup for any sport in Highland school history will be a victory, and it will be for a championship. Short gain there. Bring up 2nd down for the Golden Knights on the Remax Genesis Patty Jackson scoreboard.
Paul Kramer getting his 1st carry of the night. And just his 3rd of the season.
Joe Bendix, I can't wait for Highland to play Shelby. Well, you see that next year.
That will be fun.
Still well over 200 people watching. Thank you all for watching this one. We'll have a couple interviews with the KMAC champion Highland Fighting Scots here. Pass tipped and picked. It's going to be a pick 6. Colton Stover, touchdown, Highland. And what a way to put a bow on it for the Scots. Tip drill, pick 6. It's a 30-point game. Just off the hands of the receiver. Right place, right time, pay dirt. Right into the student section. And that's got to be a cool moment for the freshman Stover in a championship game with a pick 6.
And he's always going to be able to watch it again and again here on the OH Report as he chooses.
Never going away.
It's never
always
going
live.
away.
Well, not always live, but always free.
Yeah. Amazing that this game will have a running clock, Travis.
Highland putting an exclamation point on their KMAC. Bad snap, but the kick is through despite 5 Golden Knights coming at them. And it's 38-7, running clock. So this next Northmor possession will pretty much end it here. .3:11 left. Highland up 31. And you got to go back to that first drive. Highland goes 3 and out. Northmor drives it down. One negative play inside the red zone.
Yeah,
kept them out of the end zone, and then they missed the field goal.
They missed the field goal and came away with nothing. And that just really, other than that drive before the half, that was kind of, you don't want to say it was garbage time or anything. It was only 17-0 at the time, but it was. They got 15 yards kind of on just a QB run, and that suddenly was enough to think, hey, we've still got some time here.
Final from the city game, Mansfield Senior 49, Madison 7. Big final from Winford, Mohawk 14, Winford 10. Mohawk just played themselves into the playoffs. Winford, they're going to have to wait and see what teams behind them do if they want to get into the playoffs, because they were 14th in Division 5 in their region. Fredericktown. The Freddies are in the playoffs. They defeat Centerburg 28-25. Freddyburg Trophy's going to Fredericktown.
How about that?
That might cost Centerburg a home playoff game as well. Centerburg already in, but Fredericktown just put themselves in the postseason.
Coach Ty Stover.
They were sitting.
Go ahead, just received the Gatorade bath. I'm sure that feels great on a night like tonight, but.
So Fredericktown, the 14th seed, controlled their own destiny. They just needed the win to get in. They did. Centerburg already in, was in 9th, but they're probably going to drop back. So both these squads will be in the playoffs. Both these squads will be on the road.
And ball's out. Penalty flags come in, though.
Those are the beanbags for a fumble.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Fourth turnover tonight that the Scots have forced.
So that Fredericktown win might set up a first-round matchup between Northmor and one of those squads. How about that? A KMAC matchup to start off the postseason.
It'd be interesting. I get the feeling you don't really enjoy seeing a conference opponent in the postseason. There's pros and cons of it. Obviously, you know them. You've played them. You understand what they do. But sometimes it's better to go up against a team you've never seen before. They don't know anything about you, especially if you're playing a team that you already beat earlier in the season, for them to get a chance at revenge at you.
Handoff, taken down in the backfield. Final from Plymouth. They knock off South Central 32-28. Plymouth gets into the playoffs. South Central now has to wait because they were sitting right at the bottom of their bracket. Colonel Crawford 45, Seneca East 13. Colonel Crawford might have just played themselves into a home game, and it depends on what Lincoln Mollenkoff did, because he was just behind Dane Nauman tonight. Nauman didn't get over 100 yards. Mollenkoff just needed, I think, 100, 125 yards to surpass for the rushing championship, so we'll have to see that after the game. Shelby was well in control. So a lot going on here. Handoff, left side, run out of bounds, but the clock will continue to run. Coming up on a minute left. Just a reminder, especially for you Highland fans, stick around for the J&F Construction postgame. We'll have our MVP interview, and we'll try and talk to the head coach as well. We'll try and get Ty Stover over here to talk to him about finishing up their KMAC career with a championship. So stay tuned here in about 50 seconds and then a couple commercials for our post game.
By the way, Travis.
Yes.
Nauman did finish with 133 yards. He switched jerseys in the middle of the game. I just found that out. When we thought number 32.
So that was Nauman.
It was Nauman. It was not Samuel Hernandez. The more you know. So he finished with 23 carries, 133 yards.
So that helps out. It might be enough for him to lock up. Play clock is off. Highland doesn't need to run another play. Congratulations to the Highland Fighting Scots, the 2021 KMAC Championship.
To the Highland Fighting Scots. They come into Northmor Stadium and beat up on the Golden Knights. Your final score, Highland 38, Northmor 7. Again, congratulations to the Highland Fighting Scots.
So that'll do it from Northmor. Your final score, 38-17, and congratulations to Highland, the 2021 KMAC co-champions. We're going to take a break and be back with our player of the game, Jay Melcory, and try and talk to Coach Stover as well, right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Man, what should I listen to on the OH Report today? Dude, listen to the Friday Night Pigskin. You got highlights and scores from all around the area.
The OH Report podcast has more than just football.
No, listen to the Pigskin. The Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin. Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin. Why not
Podcast.
Pigskin?
Podcast.
Dude, clean your ears out, man.
Bro, there's so much space in here.
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
Time now for our Adena Corporation MVP, Jay Melchiori, from the victorious Highland Fighting Scots. Jay, congratulations first off.
Thank you. Thank you.
And, first off, take me through the 2 touchdowns. The first one was just one of those jump ball touchdowns. You caught it right at the top of your jump.
Yeah, just high pointing that. That's what our receiver coach and everyone says, go high point the ball. So that's what I had to do.
You know what? Take me through the second one. I mean, you were telling me you guys practice that all the time, and it really showed. It just stuck in your hand.
Yeah, I just saw it, so I went up with one, and I just stuck. It stuck, so I pulled it in.
You guys, you're on your way to the MOAC next year, but what a way to get out of the KMAC, a co-championship.
Yes, sir. We talked about it since we were freshmen.
You guys have a chance to, you might get a home playoff game here coming up shortly. Just talk about what it means to get one more game at home, because it looks like you guys will get that.
No, on our senior night, we chose not to walk the field, so we could do it. We could work for the home playoff game to do that, and we worked hard to get back to it, even though ups and downs.
It's going to be a tough. You're in Division 4, Region 15 for the rest of the playoffs. You've seen a couple of those teams last year, but what's it going to take to make a big playoff run? Because you guys have the ability to.
Yeah, it's going to take everyone. We're all going to have to play good offense and defense. It's going to take everyone.
And lastly, you want to give a shout out to anybody in Highland Fighting Scott Nation? Go for it, man.
Obviously my family and Coop, my quarterback Coop, and all the line. Yep, and Dane Train.
Yeah, he had a heck of a. He actually might have clinched the rushing title for the area. He was in the lead by I think 60, but the big game for him.
Yep.
So Jay, congratulations, our Adena Corp player of the game. Now, if you want to hand it off to Coach, we'll get a conversation with him. Congratulations, our Adena Corp player of the game. Coach?
Yes, sir.
If you want to take one step back, just look into the camera, but I see you got a bit of a Gatorade shower there.
Yeah, I smell good at least. It's purple.
First off, congratulations. You're leaving the KMAC in style, a conference championship. Just what's it mean to get one more under your belt before going to the MOAC?
Oh, it's a great thing. I mean, I sent some pictures to our group this morning, our whole team, a collage of pictures, everything we've done in the last 8 months. And the volunteer work that they've done, the extra work that they've done, they deserve it, and it's all the kids. It's nothing else, and so proud of them.
This game had a lot of ebbs and flows to it. You guys 3 and out the start. Northmor gets the ball, takes it pretty much down, but you guys bend but not break.
Yes.
You forced a field goal, they missed it, and then it just seemed the tides to turn. And we were thinking maybe because of the running game, but the passing game came up huge to give you momentum.
Yeah, and that's been the key here moving forward here the last couple of weeks, is that we know there's going to be 9 in the box, and we have to just complete simple plays in the passing game, and it's worked. So the box is we still have to own the box whether you're running or passing it, and that's what we seem to be doing, and we got to continue that hopefully next couple of weeks.
How's it feel to have a sophomore Dane Nauman do what he's able to do? He might have just clinched the rushing title for the area tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, a lot of people don't understand what a great kid he is. Everything that he gets, he earns, and that's a huge thing for a kid that young to understand that I have to put my work in order to be able to get some outcomes. So he knows the functions of an input to get to an output, and I'm proud of him, and we just got to keep working.
Speaking of that, now you're going into the Division 4 playoffs. It's looking like you're going to get one more home game at Highland. That's got to feel great for you guys.
I love being in Sparta.
It's a great place to play.
It is a great place.
But going up against this Division 4 competition, how important is it to have now a balanced attack to go into the playoffs with?
Yeah, we threw more tonight than we have all year. To be perfectly honest with you, our staff has sat down the last 4 weeks and had kind of a passing total number that we wanted to hit in order to develop that. And tonight we hit it. Last week we hit it, and the week before. And it's kind of a gradual thing. And, Cooper Merkley is settling in and starting to understand the game. He understood it before, but he's becoming more mature with it, and it's really helping us out too.
Lastly, anybody you want to give a shout-out to? Anybody? We had a lot of people from Highland watching this game tonight. You want to give a shout-out to Highland Nation? Go for it.
Yeah, Highland Nation's a wonderful place. Like I said, if we can get back to Sparta next week, it's a wonderful place to play. I just love being there. And it's the kids, the community, everything's wonderful. So, we just, once again, they wouldn't be happy with me unless I got the kids back into practice tomorrow and ground them and get back on the move again. So I appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much, Ty Stover, Highland head coach, KMAC co-champion head coach Ty Stover. Appreciate it, and good luck next week in the playoffs.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You too. We're going to take one more break, be back with some final stats and analysis right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
Back here to wrap things up from the Castle, where Highland clinches the share with East Knox of the KMAC Championship. Travis Berardi alongside Andy Jardy. And Andy, after the first couple possessions, it was all Highland as we take a look at the final statistics.
Yeah, it was an impressive performance tonight by Highland. I don't think we ever would have expected a running clock in this one. 38-7, the final. They just dominated. It was the aerial attack in that first half that completely caught, I think, everyone in the stadium tonight off guard. We heard Coach talk to you about it. They had kind of established the last few weeks, hey, we have got to hit this number in passing.
And pretty balanced, too.
Absolutely.
155 to 203 rushing passing. You couldn't get any more balanced than that in a big game like this.
Yeah, and I think that caught everyone here by surprise, and it's a big reason why they pulled out this huge win on the road and clinched a share of the KMAC in their final season.
And one thing both these teams might want to work on going into next week is penalties. Penalty yards. 10 for 100 for Highland, 8 for 60 for Northmor. Some of that just chippiness of a rivalry, things like that. But you got to work on those. You can't afford any big penalties next week. Both these teams are going to be at home. Most likely Highland going to be at home. Northmor we know will be at home, but it's not looking like they'll get 2 home playoff games. They'll get 1. You got to hope on Northmor's side Cortez isn't out.
Right.
That really takes things away for the Golden Knights. Got to hope he's healthy. As for Highland, Dane Nauman, we thought he was hurt, but no, he just switched jerseys and went off for over 125 yards. So good congratulations to him. It's going to be close, but I think he might have locked up the rushing title right ahead of Lincoln Mollenkoff of Colonel Crawford, but congratulations to him. Northmor, 2-game losing streak. There's a possibility they might play Fredericktown or Centerburg in the first round as well because it's Fredericktown's upset in Freddyburg. But yeah, great offensive attack tonight by the Highland Fighting Scots as they leave the KMAC on a high. That will wrap things up here from the Castle. Want to thank everybody that helped make this possible. Hayden Gray helping out. He also did a little spotting for us, telling us about injuries or flags or anything like that. So, you know, man of many things. Want to thank our sponsors tonight. Adena Corporation, Morrow County Hospital, Hot Shot Secret, J&F Construction, Patty Jackson of the RE/MAX Genesis team, and Park National Bank. Want to thank Blade Tackett and Northmor High School for allowing to bring you these games live and free all season long, and looking like we'll be back here next Saturday as well for the playoff game. Want to thank Andy Jardy, as always.
Appreciate it.
I know you're going to be off next week. You have some other things with the Cavs that you have to do, but it's been a pleasure working with you once again.
Of course.
And if I don't see you during the playoffs here, I'll see you for basketball season.
Absolutely.
So thank you. And most importantly, we want to thank you, the fans, for watching. Your final one more time here from the Castle. Highland 38, Northmor 7. The Highland Fighting Scots, co-champs in the KMAC with East Knox. For Andy Jardy, I am Travis Berardi saying so long from the Castle. Make sure to tune in 11:30 for the Friday Night Pigskin. We'll break down all the games, and I'll try and break down all the playoff scenarios. But for now, we out.